Hey everybody. So with everything that's happening out there right now, I think me making a video for the first time in like 9 months is probably the least unexpected thing to happen. But regardless, I sincerely hope that you and your loved ones are all safe. I understand that it differs country by country, but if you're in the financial position to stay home, I would honestly highly encourage you to do so. We have so many fantastic films from last year that you can watch that I honestly find myself just drowning in content. Last year I missed this film called Divine Love, and right now I actually regret doing so. Let's talk about it. Nowadays, in the world where conservatism and traditional values keep dominating polls and election results, it's not especially difficult to envision a hypothetical theocratic state by the year 2027. And thanks to Gabriel Mascaro's ambitiously modernist vision of dystopian Brazil and divine love, we can now get a glimpse of just how eerily similar that future could look like. Set against the backdrop of unanimously devout Brazil, the narrative follows Joanna, a registry office notary who finds herself having a crisis of faith due to her husband's infertility. Although Joanna's principal goal in life seems to be the preservation of marriage, her methods are anything but non-intrusive. A regular at the Divine Love Swinger sect, she advises her customers to use the services of such evangelist gatherings for the purposes of divine relationships. A bitingly conspicuous parable of modern-day Brazil, Mascaro's film is a much more intriguing affair than its somewhat tame synopsis may imply. Bureaucracy and faith blend in this lush, neon-fueled EDM gospel that is realized as a satirical anti-utopia. Its vision of the futuristic landscape is equal parts hypnotizing and terrifying, blurring the already thin line between righteousness and hedonistic impurity. Fittingly, Mascaro avoids overt politicization or patronizing his viewer with thematic messaging, leaving the audience with this kind of sensory experience that has an excess of genuinely clever ideas, but none of the expected resolution. However, that's not to say the film isn't intrinsically political or doesn't have much substance to offer. On the contrary, it is a rather despondent statement on the Brazilian regime, and one that doesn't shy away from sharp social critique. Comparisons to New Greek cinema are practically inevitable here. The painfully long takes, the dialogue structure, and most of all, the farcical ingenuity of the world building with its drive-through priests and a complete illusion of dogmatic beliefs. On the other hand, the metaphorical overtones are utterly transparent and lack any sort of pretense. Here we have the biblical Mary in the form of Joanna, and the uninviting world around her that drowns in its cold hostility. And underneath all of that lies an almost Almodovarian family drama that is as convincing as it is disturbingly distant from real human connection. The colors may be vibrant and the sex is intense, but make no mistake, not a single thing in Divine Love is truly alive. Destructive traditionalism is the focal point of the conversation here, and unsurprisingly so. In the heteronormative world of divine love, the church is much more than a mere religious apparatus. It is a political tool, a destructive propagandistic force with sinister intentions. Mascaro pits his human individual against the mechanical system, but neither of them ends up having the answers due to how artificial both of them are. You know, perhaps the prophets were right. Amid all the acid raves that proclaim to love Jesus and all the polygamous fucking in the name of God, we would turn our backs on love in the second coming. Okay, so that's it from me on Divine Love. I would actually strongly recommend this one, even though most of its ideas aren't as fleshed out as I probably would have wanted them to be. But come on, you just have to admire the sheer artistry on display and the ambition of this thing. You won't see anything quite like it anytime soon. Next time, I'm going to be talking about Roy Andersson's About Endlessness, which I've been excited for who knows how long at this stage. Looking forward to that one. And before I go, I would like to shout out my friends Huss and Dion. Their channels are in the description box below. They host a stream every Friday, 8 p.m. GMT, called Talking Movies. I was a guest there like 2-3 weeks ago, I think. And lovely people, lovely stream. Very interesting discussions going on there. Check them out. Anyway, that's it from me for today. Hope to see you soon. Sooner than before. Anyway, bye-bye.